put this over there.
Okay.
This is not on your field.
Wait here.
Just have this. Okay, so according to Jewish tradition, part of it we have to accept the terms of like shaking hands. So we're going to shake hands. We grab the ends of the handkerchief and give a tug on the handkerchief, three of us, which really symbolizes the fact that you're taking on the terms of the Katubah. So what will happen is, you take that right here, just take this out, hold it over our heads. People look at one another. You got a song?
We have a song?
Almost. Now look at the photographer.
Oh.
Come close. And you don't have the, yeah, that's gone, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Smile. Now we're going to drop this, and when we do, if you can catch this in midair,
Just drop it. That's okay.
we're going down. On the count of three, we'll give a tug, and then just let it move, okay? Ready?
Yep.
1, 2.
Wow.
A lot of shots. One of them might have caught it, right? Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yep.
That's good. That's good. Okay, now, bridegroom, and then the witnesses, and then I will sign the Katubah. Be careful. Because we're home free.
No, you gotta do the ceremony downstairs.
That's right. I did that.
In case you forgot.
No, I didn't forget. I don't forget. Certain things I don't forget. Okay. Sheri. We're good.
Right
That's it.
inside?
Right, yeah. Okay, but your maiden name, that is Baron.
Shorthand, doctor signature.
Yeah, right well, Zach.
Yeah, Zack, please.
That's the whole thing.
That's my signature.
Great.
That-
Take the
that
Katubah
okay?
down to this. Beautiful.
Okay.
Sir, it's all yours.
All right.
Where it says room.
And I won't do my serial killer print.
Large, right large.
Pretend it's your CFA. I can't see.
Okay, now witnesses. Witness one.
Danny.
Danny's
Oh,
in
ladies
there.
first.
Ladies first.
Affirmative. That's the biggest signature I've ever had to do.
That last divorce, no, that was a big deal.
There's
Oh,
one.
that was the best signature I ever did.
My hands are slowly slowing.
That last girlfriend have you signed a Katubah, Danny?
Oh.
Shh. No, just child support. Just.
After she put you in jail or before?
Both.
I gotta
Maybe
go.
sign it to get me out.
Oh, we're done. They're married.
I have good news for and bad news for all of you. They're not married. But thank you for the applause.
When is it official?
After
They say I do.
No, no.
The state of Massachusetts.
Okay, just so that you understand what's happening, really quickly in one leg. There are two wedding ceremonies. Oh, it's going to be two ceremonies. There are two wedding ceremonies, and they're separated by the reading of the Katubah, which I will read a part of. In the first ceremony, this is the double ring ceremony, but traditionally they each will say the magic formula. It's not a magic formula. The formula which really translates out, even though we're not translating it that way, in consideration of this object of money, be my spouse in accordance with Jewish law. That's after they've ascertained that this is over a cup of wine, that this is done of their own free will and volition. So what looks like vows, it's not. It's what, when they say yes, it means, yeah, I agree, I'm doing this because I want to. That's ceremony one. They're legally married at that point, but they can't be alone together. Second ceremony, don't look at me like that. Second ceremony, in the presence of 10 people now, which is, the whole wedding party, we recite 7 wedding benedictions called Sheva Brachot. First in Hebrew, Sigazud, and then that means God bless you. And then in English, following that, they go off together long enough to consummate. they, 5 minutes.
That's well over.
I only
Maybe
need 2.
7.
Oh my.
Maybe 7.
Maybe
But the point is,
seven.
at that point, it's that act of being alone together.
Right.
Judaism is a presumption. If you've been alone together long enough to, you have, even though you haven't. And that's what legally marries them. So technically, I'm only the guide to this thing and guiding them through the process. So in the end, they're really going to come out of that room where they've been alone together. After both ceremonies, they'll be husband and wife. I mean, fully husband and wife. So even though I'm going to say that, pronounce you husband, they're not husband and wife yet. Fully, after the first ceremony, they're married, but they can't be together. After the second ceremony, and they go off to be alone together and come out a couple of minutes later after having their first meal together or whatever they have. That's it, they're married. So that's what happens. So this is the document, which, by the way, one other thing. In Judaism, this is not, looks like a written contract, and traditionally it's not Zack and Sheri's signatures that have any validity, it's the witnesses. Because this is a record of an oral contract saying that the bride and groom really entered into this marriage, and then the witnesses sign it. It's kind of a different way to do a document in case, or do a contract if we have any lawyers in the room. But it's interesting, it works. Okay, we're home free, folks. We have everything downstairs,
Jim,
right?
is that your key on the floor under the table?
No.
It's just a piece of paper.
Oh.
Anybody know what time it is?
Yes.
5:20. By 20, so we should wait 10 minutes, right?
Mom,
No,
Well, we have both wine cups?
Wine cups are down
They should be
there.
under the hook,
And we have
I
to-
believe.
The
Rings ready?
we have to
Danny
find the
has a
groomsmen
ring.
and like
Also,
Carol.
the wine.
I don't
Are we
think
Wine
wine
should be under the hook
Are we
right
want
now.
that?
I have kids,
Yeah,
that's
I believe that's under there.
Is the glass that they're breaking white colored?
My mom is
Clear.
My mom has
Clear.
It's time for the wine already.
There's two, you can use either.
We're gonna go downstairs and then we're gonna line up and then you're gonna throw the pedal.
Okay, we're home free.
So should we wait till 5:30?
Yeah, well, you know what, if we really want to